Hi guys, it's Sam here from Bargain Hunting Blonde, and today I'm bringing you part one of my Hermes handbag collection. So this is going to be everything but the Kellys and the Birkins. That will be part two just because this video will be too long. So part one, part two will be following. I'm going to release this on a Monday and then I will release part two on Thursday, so you will get it within 1 week. So this will also be long, so without further ado, let's dive in with what I think is my oldest non-Kelly and non-Birkin purchase, and that is my Evelyn PM in gold. This is actually the Evelyn 2, I believe, not the most recent release, which is the Evelyn 3, because this strap is not adjustable. So I did buy this before I even realized I had bought this pre-loved. I bought this on eBay from a Japanese reseller, and I didn't even really know there was a difference between the two because I didn't know anything about Hermes. The fun thing about this is that this actually, it's going to be hard to see, but that is actually a light gold hardware, not silver. And a lot of times the Evelyn in the gold color does have silver hardware. And I'm not a super picky hardware person, but I do like the gold hardware on gold, if I can swing it. Sorry, as boxes move around, there are lots of boxes around me right now. Next up, we're gonna go in no particular order. Actually, next we'll go with the bags that I actually have 3 of, and we'll start with my oldest of those 3, and that is actually it's like an in. So this is my vintage bag, which the vintage ones do come with 2 pouches. So it does come with this kind of white coated canvas and then this black coated canvas. This is a very beautiful untreated leather, very similar to my newer one, but this is much, much older. And this one also does have silver hardware or the palladium hardware. This is the vintage style, but it, as you guys can see, is very similar to the current style of bag. Same with the strap that's not adjustable. You can fully unassemble this bag just like you can the new ones. One thing to keep in mind with these vintage ones is that if you can get 2 different dust bags. This one even has its little old vintagey dust bag for the little lock. One thing, and I'm going to do a more in-depth comparison video, is this does not have the pocket on the back, and that's really how you can tell it is the vintage one. But I got this for steal. They're not as cheap as they used to be, but I think I paid like $300 for this. Also, technically, this is an bag 30, and the new ones are a bag zip 31 or 31 zip, depending on where you see them listed. So, fun fact there. This bag, though, the leather still smells amazing. This untreated leather. It's kind of like a vaqueta leather, very similar to Louis Vuitton. So let's keep rolling on that train. Then we have my next bag, which you guys will have seen on here, which is very similar to the last one, but slightly different. So this is beaten and Fove. So the color of this is different. This is also the permabrass hardware, which maybe you can see it better on the back. That is gold, not silver. This again is the bag 31 zip. So it does have that zip back pocket, which is just so convenient, but very similar, as you can see, to the vintage one. Let me show you the leather color. So this has tanned as well. So they are definitely different colors. The back might be easier since I do have that. This one is darker, and the light is making them look a little more similar than they are, but when you see them in person, you can tell that the leather tops are different colors. I did have to wait a little bit for this one because I wanted the permabrass hardware, but love this. Also love that this is a little bit off-white, so it's not going to get dirty quite as easily. And I just love this. This is the jaguar leopard. I can't remember which color, which one they called it, which animal, but Twilly. But I just love the pink. It's very fun pop of color. I will be doing my wish list video, and I am definitely having a pink moment at the moment. And then this is my newest bag, which is the 31 zip again, but I'm looking at, so this is the Celia style, and they left the tag on when I bought this from the SF store, which is great. This looks brown, and it is kind of like a brown red. It is technically Rouge Ache, which is really great in the Celia style. And then it is one of those ones that's kind of a different color on the inside. So the back pocket is different, and it is a white and black sort of like mix, but this is coated canvas, so this could get like rained on, etc., etc. It is also the permabrass hardware, which is my preference. You can see that it's the Rouge Ache a little more on the interior of the strap, which is the raw leather part, because you can see the color. This bag I need to use more. I do use the other two a little more, but this is the Celia style, Retourné style, much like the Kelly does. So very fun on those. That's my entire Herbag collection. Next, I will just mention, and I'm throwing this in there, you guys have seen this recently if you watched my haul video. This is the bric-a-brac, the bric-a-brac. I'm not sure how you say that. This is technically a makeup pouch, but a lot of people do use this as a handbag, and you can get on Etsy an extender kit to make this into a full strap, which I'm actually considering doing, just because I do think it's really cute. And this is the GM size, so it's the bigger one. Then after that, what should we dive into? We can dive into my garden parties. So both of these I bought pre-loved. Oh, and I should say, this was a in-store purchase. This was an in-store purchase, and then the vintage one was a pre-loved purchase. This was also a pre-loved purchase, again, from Japanese resellers on eBay. You can also not use, if you don't, like, people don't love eBay, you can also just use their websites. They all have websites or Instagrams. But my thing is that I love the protection that eBay allows a buyer if the bag does end up being counterfeit or not authentic. I have never had that issue with a Japanese reseller, but I did have that with a private seller at one point. But this is my Garden Party 36, or the PM size, in a red color. I never fully identified what red color this is, but it does have the contrast white stitching, which I love. I love this bag. I would definitely buy another one in store. I just haven't come across a color that I liked. So I do love this, and this is the country leather, which I do think is a very pretty pebbled leather. And this is lined with the cotton twill like their dust bags are made of. And I do like that, and I love that bag. It's very light. I also have that bag in the Garden Party size 30, or the TPM size, in their canvas, which this is navy canvas with, again, that same like country leather. This is the smaller size. This I also bought pre-loved in vintage. So the vintage ones actually have, you can see it right there, little D-ring, because there is, at the bottom of this bag, a strap. Very similar to the strap that comes with the Evelyn. So that was my wanting to buy this from the pre-loved market, because I love that extra strap. But I did mention to my sales associate that, again, Garden Party in either size, if she saw it in certain colors, to let me know, because I do really like that bag. It is very understated, which I feel like is very French. And I like that. You know, sometimes you don't want to carry a Birkin or a Kelly, but I have been known to carry those to, like, you know, Target and Costco. If you follow me on my stories, you'll see it. Next are two bags that you would definitely have seen on my channel. I just recently posted this little guy, which is the Alzen Halsen 21, or the mini, which is bag you normally see it like this. Very cute little bag in Rose Azalee in Swift. So cute bag, very glad to have gotten it. I know a bunch of you have said you'd never seen that bag before, and then once you saw my video, you started seeing them everywhere. I think Hermes might be producing more of them now, which is super exciting, because they were like impossible to find, which is why I bought that pre-loved from Rebag. Next is my Constance 23, which is my vintage Constance, which you'll have seen her when I did my Hermes spa video. She is from 1973. She is in Rouge Ache in the boxed leather with the gold hardware. She does have the back pocket because she's the 23. I love her. They did such a good job restoring her. As you guys know, I love boxed leather, and this bag, it did come from a Canadian consignment store. I got her for a steal, knowing that she did need some work done. So very beautiful. Love her. This is my only Constance. I would consider getting the newer style. They came out with what they're calling this, which is the Slim Constance. And I would consider a slim Constance, but not like have to buy sort of thing for me. And she does have a newer dust bag because when the bag goes to the spa, you do get a new dust bag. Okay, next. These are my first two in-store purchases ever with my sales associate. I went in, and this was the time, this was early 2020. Was it 2021? No, I think it's 2021. When you could still go into the store and find things, which doesn't exist anymore. I was offered like 3 Her bags, a couple Picotins, and an Evelyn when I was there the first time. And then I was allowed to buy both of these Picotins, which this was my husband's doing. He urged me to buy both, so I did. The first is my little baby. This is my little Picotin 18. She's fully stuffed. She does have silver hardware. The exterior is, I believe, Trillian Clemence as well, or Clemence. And then the interior is a very pretty, smooth, brighter red. I cannot remember off the top of my head the exact colors for this baby, but in my reveal video, I will have said it. So you can see she's a darker red. Very cute. Very much love the Picotin 18. I have always been a fan of the Picotin style. There's a bag video that I say why my previous Preloved Picotin 18 hadn't worked for me, and that was not the style, but it was the color. It was just too bright of a color for my wardrobe. As you've noticed, I love color, but more of like a rich jewel tone color than like a really bright, like neon color. Next, again with the stuffing, is my very beautiful Picotin 22, which is in a tube with the contrast white stitching with gold hardware, which I think is really fun. I do love this bag as well. I think the 22 is much more of an everyday bag than the 18, but I love both of them. And the leather on both of them is just so beautiful. And honestly, nothing like Hermes leather, in my personal opinion. And then lastly, and my newest addition to this part of the collection, actually my newest addition to my Hermes collection from the boutique, is my 24 mini with the gold hardware in numerous blue colors. So Blue Nuit in Swift. Underneath there's Blue France, which you cannot really see, also in Swift. And then this is Evercolor Leather in Blue Sapphire. Very beautiful. I love dark blue. I love this little bag. It looks perfect with the little twilly. I love the back pocket. I love that you can put on literally whatever type of strap you want to this bag. It is such a cute bag. I will say for a mini bag, it is on the pricier side, but I really like it. I think it's very cute. I do need to take the stickers off the hardware. I'm very bad about taking stickers off hardware. But yeah, I love this bag. And it was definitely a surprise. I was not expecting to get this. I just went in and I was talking to her and I was saying, hey, you know, if you come across a smaller mini bag, I have back problems, as you guys probably know. And so sometimes I need to carry smaller bags. I have many things wrong with my back, including a nice degenerative disease. So sometimes my back cannot take carrying a heavier, bigger bag. And she was like, oh yeah, like I just mentioned, I didn't go through that whole thing. I just mentioned, hey, do you have a smaller bag? I'm definitely open to colors. She's like, oh yeah, we just got in this bag. Are you interested? And I was like, oh, I love blue. And so she showed me. I was like, definitely want that. Oh, I'm missing? And I don't know where she is. What? Oh, where is she? Okay, crisis averted. I have found her. I forgot how small the mini Evelyn box was, so I thought it was an accessory and not the mini Evelyn. And it is my mini Evelyn in black with silver hardware. She is very cute. I do really love the mini Evelyn, and I know they are very hard to find. I do kind of wish a little bit that I had gone with a brighter color, because I think Hermes does bright colors so well, but I really wanted a mini Evelyn. So when my sales associate presented this to me, actually when I got my Vert Cypress Birkin, I was very excited, and so I snatched her up. So I'm glad I found her. The box, like this is the little lid for it. It is a very small box, and I just forgot. And then in that process, I actually came across another vintage bag I forgot I had. And that is my Bolide in the size 27 in blue Nuit Courchevel leather. So it's a very dark navy blue with gold hardware, a vintage oldie but goodie that did come with its lock, its clochette, and there is a strap in here for this little baby. I need to carry her more because I don't. And just a very basic, reminds me a lot of the older Kelly straps. So did buy this one also pre-loved from a eBay Japanese reseller, and then I did get my Evelyn, as I mentioned, from the boutique. Okay, so that is actually the end of my part 1 of my Hermes handbag video. Part 2 will contain all my Birkins and Kellys. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please let me know which bag was your favorite. If you want to see part 2, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is twice a week. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.